Got it. Animated cosmic energy. That was for the last chapter. Chapter 3. More splashing of blood on the holy altar and burning of animal parts and fat on the fire of the holy horned altar. A cloud by day and a fire by night. Making that pleasing burning smell to the Lord. Salt. Don't forget to include salt with offerings. Not everything was turned to smoke. Much of it was eaten. Verse 3. In an offering by fire to the Lord. Verse 5. Aaron's sons shall turn these into smoke on the altar, with the burnt offering which is upon the wood that is on the fire, as an offering by fire, of pleasing odor to the Lord. Verse 9. As an offering by fire to the Lord. Verse 11. As an offering by fire to the Lord. Verse 14. As an offering by fire to the Lord. Verse 16. As an offering by fire of pleasing odor. All fat is the Lord's. Verse 17. It is law for all time throughout the ages and all your settlements. You must not eat any fat or any blood. End quote. All fat is the Lord's, and it is to be burnt on the fire. Okay. Now in this chapter, I think we can get to start wondering about the fire, because it's mentioned quite repeatedly, and the whole idea of reading a book is to understand what the writer is meaning. And that's true even of a modern day book. Sometimes they don't mean much, sometimes it's just a story. But they're always trying to tell, I mean, if a writer doesn't have any philosophy at all, then the story won't even go anywhere. So, obviously these people weren't dumb, they just might have been a little bit more ignorant. But they're trying to tell us something. And one of the things that we're definitely seeing is that fire is holy. It is the central point. Fire, 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 fire. Okay? And it is obvious that fire is God. God is fire. I mean, thunder is just the sound of fire in the air. And that was the big thing with Moses as well. Thunder and fire. And if you don't know what it is, maybe you want to worship it. But we do know what it is now. We know what fire is. It's things combust and they burn, and we know how it works. And we know what thunder is. So there's no reason to believe in gods that were created out of the elements. It is simply laziness. People are too lazy to stop and think, what is it that I believe? And almost no one studies the book they believe. They will lay down their life for it. They will even dedicate their life to it. Although most of them just wear it as a hat on Sunday or Saturday. But they'll always bite at your heels if you insult them on it and say, look it, your religion is bullshit. But it is. It's bullshit. Religion is bullshit. And especially the Torah, because it's all about the bull. How to kill it, and how to burn it, and how to have an altar with horns on it. The horns were the bull horns. It's all astrological fire worship. And I mean, astrology is just looking at big balls of fire up in the sky. Trying to figure out, whoa, what do they say to us? Well, they don't say shit all. They're just there. What they're doing, I mean, what do they mean to us? They don't mean. What kind of influence do they have on us? Well, the moon has more influence than most of the stars do, with the one not included, what we call the sun, Helios. Now, sun worship, I could understand that. So maybe Christianity makes a little sense. But to kill people over it, who say, I don't want to worship the sun? You don't need to worship the sun. The sun doesn't give a fuck. Neither does Saturn or the moon.